And as white people, we even the poorest of the poor, I feel, still has a leg up. And it's...
Yeah, and the leg up is what I was saying. You still have your whiteness. That's what the term white privilege is. It means that whiteness still gives you an advantage no matter what. The reason why I adore Manuel so much is because he is speaking to people's hearts and understands that it really is a heart issue. And you all are the ones who are going to be able to change the way your friends, your colleagues, your white family members begin to see racial injustice and racial inequities in this country. That's where it happens. It's going to happen at your kitchen table and in your living rooms and in your soccer games that's where it's going to happen. And your ability to have that influence wherever you are and to speak up wherever you are, to share your heart, I think that's how we bring about change. And everybody here obviously is in this conversation because your heart has been opened and deepened to the point where you say, I want to be better, to share your heart. I think that's how we bring about change. What was it about this moment that you said, I got to do something?
You know, Oprah, I felt a calling. I felt a commissioning to do something. I could no longer trust the world to heal this problem on its own, but I said, you know what? I have to take a stand myself. I grew up in all white culture, going to an affluent white high school, and then I play in the NFL and I play football in college, and I'm with now all black people. And what I realized is very similar to a foreign language. If you're ever going to be fluent in something, you have to be immersed in that culture. So I was fully immersed in white culture, fully immersed in black culture, and realizing the divide is because of a lack of communication. Well, I know how to communicate with both parties, so I'm simply going to do that.
So I live in this white community and I don't have black friendships, and I think that question plagues me.
If you're not careful, you'll just find yourself. Here's what I told my friends with their white children. I said, y'all live in a white cul-de-sac, in a white neighborhood, in a white city, in a white state. If you are not careful, your children will live their whole life white. And at 26, 27, they'll end up being a part of the problem because you just let them and allowed them to live a completely white, sheltered, and cultureless life.
I'd love to hear your opinion on, whether you think introducing racism at an early age makes kids think differently than they would have otherwise.
That's a fantastic question. There's a quote in the Old Testament. It says, with great knowledge comes great vexation. And so the problem in our society, the problem with being a human is the older you get, the more you learn and the more you know. But the more you know comes more vexation. You have to introduce your child to racism at a young age because ignorance may be bliss for some group of people, but ignorance is pain, death, and suffering for another group of people.
My question is, how can I help my people and other non-black people of color understand that so many of our struggles and issues are interconnected, and if our communities can come together, we can really build each other up and really help each other?
We're all in the fight of oppression. All people of color. Right now we're just focused on black people and these black lives because the black people are currently dying at the hands of white people and getting away with it. It's not just that they're and getting away with it. That's the caveat we need to remember. And so I say it like this. Carissa, if it's your birthday, I'm not going to not say happy birthday because my birthday's next month. You have your birthday and we can celebrate mine later. And I think in the same manner, it's like, don't be so narrow-minded. Don't look through the peephole. Instead, open up the door. How do you have the uncomfortable conversation? I think this. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. I'm going to say that again because that might go over people's heads. People do not care what you know until they know that you care. There is a reason that on my first episode, I say, my white brothers and sisters, this is for you. Come into my safe space. Because I'm prefacing with, hey, I care about you. So before I give you 9 minutes of a bunch of knowledge and whatever else, understand where my heart is.